course, hope that Google Stadia, for the people who have bought into it, does succeed for their sake alone. I always welcome new competitors into video games and movies and comics and whatever, because competition usually breeds better results. I mean, look at the streaming wars, look at the great shows we're seeing, because everyone's vying for your dollar. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if this thing that Google is doing for Stadia is going to win them any brownie points. Now, hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and you happen to really like videos like this, please do me a favor. Click that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. We upload on a near daily basis, and you all want to be notified of when movies, interviews, live streams, premieres, all that stuff. You'll want to know when it premieres. So anyway, I have talked about Google Stadia a few times before. It's actually one of the few gaming things that I would like to talk about on this channel because it's fascinating. I am opposed to it on a moral level, and yet the technology, the idea is undeniably cool. I love the idea of buying a game and going across multiple devices. You can go from computer to your phone to your TV. Granted, I would never play the Google Stadia games on a phone. I'm not going to play Assassin's Creed or Final Fantasy 15 on a phone. That's not worth it to me. But I like the idea. I don't like the lack of ownership. I mean, it really takes ownership away from you, and that I have a huge issue with. But again, competition usually brings better products because other companies are trying to make better games than the other person. Now, that's why the streaming wars for Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, that's why this is fun. Because when one program decides for example, when Netflix is like, hey, we're going to come on the scene and we're going to make an original program and it's going to star Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright, then, a few years later, Apple comes along and they know, hey, they made this huge splash with an Academy Award-winning actor and an Emmy-winning actress. We've got to do one better. So let's get, Jennifer Aniston, Rachel from Friends, and Oscar winner Reese Witherspoon, and Academy Award nominee Steve Carell. Let's get all of them together and let's put them in a show. And, cool things happen when there's competition. That said, one thing that's annoying about all this is when the show is exclusive to a service, then yeah, you got to subscribe to that service if you want to watch it. And if there's one thing that gamers especially hate, they hate timed exclusivity. Because here's the thing. If you want to subscribe to Apple TV Plus for 2 months and watch the morning show and then cancel, you can do that. That'll cost you $10. But if PlayStation 4 has Metal Gear Solid 4 as an exclusive game and you really want to play it, guess what? You got to buy a whole nother piece of hardware, and that system costs $600 at the time, and then you have to pay $60 for that game. And timed exclusivity does not actually win anyone any favors, because yeah, the game is exclusive to this system for a while, but it's going to eventually come to your system, so it doesn't encourage people to buy your system, in my opinion. It just annoys people. And that is why the Epic Game Store, despite being not a big offender, I know Steam is, in every respect, a better platform, but hey, if Epic gets an exclusive game, whatever. I don't think twice about it because it's just a different app switch. But people really gamers particularly take that very hard. When Shenmue 3 was found to be an Epic Store exclusive and it wasn't coming to Steam, I think it cost that game quite a few sales. It was kind of fascinating to see all the fans who had wanted so much to get a third game, had waited so many years, had contributed so much money to Kickstarter, ready to see the series die on a vine again because they had to play it on Epic Game Store, not Steam. And so, knowing that kind of bad blood exists with the gamers, I kind of wonder if what Google is doing right now is wise, especially considering how unpopular the system is. So let's look at this. The games marketplace is about to get even more fractured as Google joins the likes of Epic Games in buying timed exclusive titles. Google will use its cloud will use its cloud billions to secure timed exclusivity deals for its Stadia game streaming service. The company announced its plans in a recent blog post, confirming over 10 games will be temporarily exclusive to Stadia throughout the first half of 2020. Neither the games nor the exclusivity windows were revealed, and the quote was, "Looking at our upcoming lineup, we are tracking more than 120 games coming to Stadia in 2020 and are targeting more than 10 games in the first half of this year alone that will only be available on Stadia when they launch. We're working with our partners to share more on those games soon." Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to lie and say that that's not nothing, because here's the thing. It's something for a number of reasons. This actually could be a little bit of a boost for Stadia. It really could. It could be a boost because what if one of those games was, say, let's just, what's coming out soon? Well, shoot, I can't think of anything that's coming out. I'm still playing. I just started Death Stranding, so I'm a little behind on my games. But like, what if? Oh, let me look at this. What if, say, the next Grand Theft Auto expansion was exclusive to Stadia first? That is a big deal, because with how many fans there are of Grand Theft Auto, they will want to play the expansion, and they won't want to wait 6 months to play it. So they might actually try out Stadia just to play it. It will bring them recognition, especially knowing that maybe one of the new Sonic games will only be available Stadia. You never know. Here's the problem, though. A lot of gamers, we're kind of getting to the point where gamers don't want to have multiple pieces of hardware. I think that's one of the reasons why something like Stadia and xCloud gaming are kind of becoming vital ideas for people. They don't want to own, because look, I know you can't see it, but I've got multiple systems hooked up here, and it is a mess. It's just by nature a mess. So if you could do it all in the cloud and you could just clear that stuff away, hey, that's great. But the problem is most people have a system and they don't want to get another system. And Stadia, yeah, you don't need to get a system, but right now, at this moment in time of this recording, you need to get the controller. And you have to subscribe to their service because the free version isn't out yet. I mean, this might all change once the free version is out. But here's the thing. Stadia has been plagued with problems of people not getting their friend passes. People claim about lag and latency issues. Some people don't like the controller. Some people don't like that there's no chat feature. I didn't even realize that Stadia had it programmed where they want to know what your Yahoo Instant Messenger name is. Like, who uses Yahoo Instant Messenger anymore? And they're already in the doghouse with gamers. Some of them are still holding out hope. And hey, again, for those people, I hope it all works out. But now you're telling people who might not be interested in buying into your service, hey, we've got new games coming out and they're only going to be available on our system, on Stadia. You have to get through us. Well, gamers don't like being strong-armed into signing up for things they don't want to sign up for. Again, I referenced the Shenmue 3 debacle. Even though the video and the Kickstarter goal itself did not promise a Steam version. They mentioned Steam after the project was funded, but it was never guaranteed. You were not giving $10 for a Steam copy of the game. You were giving $10 for a digital copy of the game, and digital can switch platforms. It can. And despite it being so simple, like not even an inconvenience, really, when you get down to it, to just install another app and open that one. People wanted money back. They will probably never come back to Shenmue, and they just hate this. Gamers hate this idea. So I understand why Google feels they have to do this. I do. But here's the thing. I think they would be better off if they had exclusive games, not just timed exclusives. If they say, hey, we have this game. It is exclusive for Stadia. It is never coming to anything else. That's annoying, but that's the nature of the business. Ironically, if you come and say, hey, we have the rights to this game for like a year, for the first year you can only play on here, what other people take from that is, okay, so for a year, I can't play that game because you've got it and I am not interested in jumping to another platform. Great, thanks for nothing. But hey, I know something needs to be done. Google needs to do something to save Stadia. It's not doing well. I don't think that can be disputed too much. I know it has its fans, but something needs to be done. And maybe this will help it a little bit, because if you get the right game, then yeah, you will get people trying Stadia out just to play that game. By the same token, you could just as easily make all of the gamers really unhappy, and this could also signal the end of you if you are not careful. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave that. What do you folks think? Do you agree, disagree? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.